and first off, talk to me a little bit about that pit strategy. Why'd you decide to stay out?
Well, I thought some more guys towards the tail end of the lead lap cars would stay out, so, you know, we made that strategy, so we'll have to stick with it. You got to get to lap 140, 144 before you can make it to the end of the race on fuel, so hopefully this will work out in our favor. We can pit when we need the fuel, and these guys will have to come back in.
What's this been like for you and this team adjusting this car, enabling Brian to drive it to the front?
Well, it's kind of been a nightmare having to go to a backup car, but we took our primary car, took all the suspension off of it, put on the backup car, and it's performing fairly well for what we had to work with. I think looks like lap time-wise we got about a 4th or 5th place car, so you know it's going to take some tricky strategy to win the race, and that's what we're going to try to do.
Well, Doc, it's an awful lot of work when you have to turn a backup car into your primary car, but when it's running this well, it's worth it.
And remember, this is the team that won here in the spring. They had Kyle Busch driving the car. They did a great job. Trent Owens, by the way, is the nephew of Richard Petty, and comes from very good stock and a long line of people involved in the sport. And Trent rolling the dice, Andy, knowing he's got to get to lap 140 to fuel and tires for the last time.
This team has nothing to lose. They came here to win, and he said he had a 4th place car, so you can try to do what you can to make a winning car out of it. You got to try some trick strategy, just like he said.
Got to steal one.
Yeah, see if you can steal one. He's up here and he's got the lead right now. This might work out.
Yeah, Jeff Burton didn't pit there either. He's got some track position back now, and he does have fresher tires than what Brian Vickers has. Jeff, we saw 2 cautions ago. Let's see if we can talk to Jeff. Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, the ESPN. You have a copy?
Yeah, man.
Hey, you got your track position back. Has your car changed and the track changed since that rain delay?
We've been really loose since that second run, and we keep working on tightening up. So for us, we keep getting looser, but you know that's the biggest thing I've seen right now. We just got to get a little bit tighter. The sequences on the tires, you know, every time we run them, they get tighter. So I think we'll be okay right here. But when we get ready to put tires on again, we're going to tighten up.
All right, man. Come to the green. Good luck.
Remember, Jeff Burton making his final start in the Nationwide Series car for 2008. We'll focus on the chase. He's currently 4th in the Cup points. Hasn't won this year.
Now, how cool is that? These guys will talk to us. Coming to the green. I mean, they've got one to go, and they take the time. They let us know when they're ready to talk, but that's pretty cool these guys do it. Almost every one of them have been like this, and, of course, Jeff, being the great guy that he is, takes time to answer our questions.
That is great. As the pace truck will pull away, we'll see if Brian Vickers with only 2 tires, and now Jeff Burton behind him with 4 fresher tires. He came in 8 laps later. So who can hold off who here with just 80 laps to go?
I was impressed. Vickers was able to hang on in 3rd there a while ago. I thought he was going to get past him. Let's see how he can do out front and trying to keep Jeff Burton behind him. Burton makes a move to the inside. Well, that didn't well, here he comes back on the outside. I thought Jeff had him cleared, but not quite.
Just took a little more work to do when you get down here to 3 and 4.
Well, Vickers is driving that car.
He is now. Look at him
getting the gas, and that thing stick. Wow.
Guess who?
Yeah.
Comes Kyle Busch.
Quick to the outside, coming outside.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. As he has been all night, and quite a few other times this year. Talking about Kyle Busch there as he passed Jeff Burton on the outside in turns 1 and 2 and goes to the inside of Brian Vickers and takes the lead back. All about a lap and 3/4.
Tell you that one car isn't any slouch back behind him there. Bliss is coming pretty quickly, and behind him was the 88 car of Brad Keselowski.
I heard a lot of these guys talking about being ready to run wide open down in turns 1 and 2 with these cars, and especially with the grip tonight. I believe Kyle Busch is running about wide open all the way around here. See a battle here?
Yeah, 3 6s. Pretty good hand. 9th and 10th spot.
Stephen Wallace done a nice job tonight. Continuously working on that race car. We heard him talk about not having exactly where he wanted it, but they had the caution flags, and they've been in here working on it with every one of them. See car bottom out just a little bit right there. Got the 99 right there, the 60 and the 12.
How about Justin Allgaier in the 12 car running side by side with the reigning series champion, Carl Edwards?
I don't think he's really paid.
Whoa, got trouble.
Oh.
Man.
Oh, no, he didn't miss that one.
Didn't miss that one, and he hits it hard. Stephen Wallace involved.
Hold your brake.
Wow, that's too bad.
Jeff Green's car up on one side, the 31 car. There's Stephen pulling away, and there's the heavily damaged 31 car of Jeff Green.
Yeah, Jeff Green was 3 laps down running there.
Caused some serious air right there.
Yeah, he did. I don't know if he
Up
got
in the air.
tapped. I just saw the car out of shape to start with. See Justin Allgaier get out of his car, so he is okay and walking away. Hard lick that he took there. He thought he was by and got clipped just in the right rear corner. It's unfortunate. That young man was doing a terrific job in his first time in a nationwide car.
Just to put it in perspective, those cars, Kyle Busch was running qualifying speeds right there. This racetrack's extremely fast right now.
And they're bringing the cars down pit road just as it passed through there because the front stretch is blocked.
Let's see what happened. The 31, there's David Reagan going by.
Yeah, it's hard to tell right from that angle if he got a tap or if it was just the air loosening that car up from Stephen Wallace's 66 car getting right up behind him. Hard hit by Justin Allgaier.
Look at Rudeman. He got by the initial contact and has to dodge Allgaier on the inside.
Let's see if we can see here if there's any contact. We'd seen Jeff Green get loose earlier in the night. No contact yet. He gets loose right there. Yeah, he was getting loose.
He got loose before Stephen Wallace got into the back bumper.
Watch the right side of that Chevy come up, and the roof flaps open up, and the car settles back down. Rudeman was right behind this mess. Now watch this car get up on one side and coming right at you.
This ought to be a good camera shot.
Wow. Whoa. It's not good when we can see the tailpipes from one of our cameras, is it?
Wow. Look at the 99 behind.
David Reagan just on the outside of this, too. David Rudeman gets into the wall a little bit there.
And Rudeman has to dodge a 12. Watch the 12 come back over in front of Rudeman.
That's the hardest lick of that wreck right there was Justin Allgaier.
Yeah.
He hit that wall hard right there on the inside. Good to see him get out of the car.
Watch this now from
Spin in front of you.
Kevin Harvick.
Go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Stay in it. Go low, go low, go low. Come on, come on. Spread him. There you go. Right, go high, go high, go high, go high, go high.
Wow. Great camera angles and great shots. A car getting airborne coming right at you there. And been a tough night for several drivers. Second time the 31's been involved. And you hate it for the any young drivers that are having to call it a night, including Stephen Wallace, who's down with Dave right now.
Yeah, Doc, and he was having quite a duel with David Reagan there until that happened. Steve, what happened with the 31 in the issue there?
Well, 31 just and Jeff Green was a lap down. Our 5-hour car was running really, really fast. I'm not going to blame it on him, but the lead lap cars are racing awful hard. It was about 80 laps to go, and he's just looks to me like he just got aero loose, and I was behind him, and he just lost it. I'm not blaming anybody. It's just as much my fault because I was behind him, I guess, and got him a little loose, but he was already aero loose, We raced him side by side for like 2 or 3 laps, and then he spun out. So I don't know. Shade it for a 5-hour car. We've all worked really, really hard. It's a hard time to find sponsors the way the economy is right now, and we've tore up $200,000 race cars RWI has tonight. So just want to apologize to everybody, but we'll go get them next week.
Tough weekend for Steve Wallace, Doc.
Tough weekend for that team. David Stremme's car involving an incident with Mike Wallace. Heavy damage on his car, and then Stephen, who was having a good run, now gets damaged in that multi-car crash.
Yeah, it's hard to lay blame there on anybody. I mean, Jeff Green, as he said, was laps down, but Jeff Green was on the bottom of the racetrack, so he wasn't doing anything wrong. He's still racing, and Stephen really didn't get into him until Jeff had already gotten loose, and as he said, an aero loose. So that's racing. I think that's the type of things that are going to happen anytime that you get on a racetrack, and especially at these speeds. Just very unfortunate for a lot of good young race drivers there.
And a night that Justin Allgaier will remember. His big opportunity to drive in his NASCAR nationwide debut for Roger Penske comes up short. Back in a moment.